This is DMG and welcome to 7D System, and in this ongoing general discussion about role-playing games, we're going to talk about what type of players are you going to encounter in an RPG. Now, there are many different types of players, people who enjoy playing the game, and some people who don't enjoy playing the game, who are just there for some crazy reason. But this is a short list, and I'm sure there are veterans of the games who will be able to add more in the comment section below. But here are some of the types of players you are going to encounter in RPGs. The first is the actor. Alas, poor Hambo! I knew him well, Horatio. Forsooth, it is I, the cleric. Fear not, fair maiden, for I am a wizard. We should cut his throat. So the actor will enjoy a very social interaction style game, and you'll be able to identify the people there. They're the ones who enjoy doing the voices, enjoy the body movements, and enjoy basically being flamboyant during gameplay. And in almost the complete opposite of that, there is the Simulationist. Now, the Simulationist puts high priority on the fact that the mechanics and what's happening in the game be realistic to a T. That they will really jut heads with people when things are not. That's not how it would go. That's not how it would go. Now, it's not that they will quibble on the rules, but they will seek out more realistic type games, and that they want to feel the grittiness. Everything must be gritty and real, and the weapons must react the way weapons must react. Now, the Simulationist will enjoy games where there's more combat, and there's more descriptions that are happening. So it's very important for them that the game contain more realistic type of elements. So when you're describing armor and you're describing swords and damage and all these sort of things, you need to take that sort of realism into account when playing with Simulationists. And then you have the mathematician, which some people will refer to as the power gamer. Now, these people will squeeze every last bonus drop out of the mechanics of the game. They will know the rules inside out, and they will try their damnedest to make sure that their character is completely optimized for the maximum benefit during play. The mathematicians will prefer games where a lot of the mechanics are involved. So where there's games where you're quite light on the mechanics, you don't require many rolls, they're not able to extract all the value they've put into their character, all the extra bonuses and points that they've keenly thought about and garnered out of the rules. They're not going to like it if they can't use that. So you need to consider, when playing with mathematicians, are they going to be able to use their characters? Because if they can't, they're going to get bored real quick. Then there's the Joker. Now, the Joker is the person who will find light and humor in everything that happens in the game, and will be constantly cracking jokes and doing the antithesis for what you expect players to do, because they're wanting to extract the maximum value of comedy out of every situation. Jokers are happy to play pretty much any kind of game, so long as they're able to find the humor in things, and the group is having a good time, because their whole purpose is to make sure that everyone's having a good laugh. The indecisive one is the person who they don't want to open the door, or they can't make the decision to push that little bit ahead, because they fear that something bad is going to be happening either to the party or to them as or to their character, and so they struggle and agonize over even the smallest decision in the game. Indecisive players are difficult because most style of game, whether it's a more social oriented or exploration or combat oriented, they're going to have a hard time making decisions. So in all of those, you're going to require decision making. So they need to be helped along a little bit by encouraging them to make decisions. Which, of course, is the opposite of the hero. The hero is the player whose character is first through the door, first to speak up in social situations, and will happily run ahead and clear the way of traps. Because if they're going to die, they're going to die trying. Heroic players are just going to appreciate any opportunity for their character to do heroic things. So again, style of game doesn't really make any difference. It's really about being able to have their character in the forefront and doing, the heroic deeds, saving the princess, etc. So it's all about story. Then there's the quiet one. Now the quiet one is the person who will sit and contemplate the best possible outcome for their character, and will think critically before opening their mouths. So whenever they do actually speak, generally they have thought quite considerably about the actions that their character is about to take. With quiet players, it's important that you do give them something to chew over. So, every now and again, it's a little bit of a conundrum. Should we be doing this? What should we be saying in order to solve this problem? Give them a little bit of a puzzle, not a literal rhyming puzzle or something like that, but a bit of a brain teaser, organic puzzle to let them utilize their grey matter, which can be juxtaposed with the schemer. Now, the schemer is the guy who wants to run a business and be involved in all the different guilds and manipulate and squeeze an extra gold piece out of every haggling situation, and just generally wants to create networks within the world and try and exploit it for their character's own gain. Schemers are going to enjoy social style games where they are going to be able to create the networks they want to create and extract all the value of manipulation, which they don't get out of combat and exploration. They will enjoy a very politically heavy game. And finally, one of the worst kinds of players is the dickhead. Now, the dickhead is someone who their sole purpose for being there is to disrupt everyone else's game. They're only in it for themselves. They don't care about anybody else in the game. And generally, these sort of people should be eliminated. Now, I did do a video on Nerdarchy about are you a bad RPG player? You'll find that in my playlist of guest spot appearances on the channel page for this channel, along with all the other playlists. So for the monsters I do each week, the rules for 7D system, and also the playlist for story structure. So have a look at the channel page and see those playlists. If you like this video, click the like button. You can also subscribe to this channel to view future videos as they come out. And if you'd like to support these videos, please check out patreon.com/7D system. And I'm also on Facebook and Twitter /7D system. Until next time, I will see you later.